It's right here in the LA Times what they're turning these wellness centers into. Why do you need private rooms in wellness centers? Right here in Chino Valley, it creeped up in on us. I still don't know why a private room was wanted in a wellness center. So I'm going to read you a couple things just so you guys it's on record and you guys are aware of it. A high school senior decided to recently that she wants to become sexually active with her boyfriend, but she's not yet comfortable talking to her mom about birth control and would be unable to get to a doctor's appointment on her own. Instead, she walked over to the new well-being center at schools during a free period. Let me remind you, schools are not going to, or should never, take the place of a parent being able to take care of their child. We're not a all for none, or all for all. Why does a school need to have a clinic? Why do we need that responsibility? Why would we ever allow our staff to have that responsibility? That's insanity. Medical stuff needs to stay with that. Another part on the article, you guys can all read it for yourself. It was easy. Planned Parenthood runs a sexual health care clinic in East Esteban Torres High School in East LA once a week. The clinic is part of an initiative funded by the LA County Departments of Public Health and Mental Health and Planned Parenthood Los Angeles to open 50 such centers in schools throughout the county in the next year. Go look up Tony Thurman and his push on community schools. Look what's in community schools, clinics. Not making this up. It's a great big push and it's heavily funded and it's a machine, if you parents are aware, I'm sure would stand in front of and not allow your child to make these decisions on their own. The centers include reproductive health clinics where students can get birth control pills and condoms, test and treatment for sexuality transmitted infections, emergency contraception such as Plan B, and pregnancy tests and referrals, services far beyond what is typically offered by school nurses. Planned Parenthood is running 5 of the 34 sites that are open, offering more extensive birth control options, including devices and arm implants. Here's another expert from this article. Because California law allows minors older than 12 to obtain confidential treatment and birth control, students can access the service at these clinics without parental consent. Look up the bills being proposed in Sacramento. They're now trying to lower that age of 12. Just to remind you, this is not made up stuff. It's right there. The writing's on the wall. Planned Parenthood hopes to eventually operate all of the clinics and has committed $5 million to the effort over the next 5 years, said Sue Dunlap, President of Chief of Executive Planned Parenthood of Los Angeles. Let me remind you, some of our ex-politicians in this community are backed up by Planned Parenthood. Just saying. The county's public health department is contributing about $10 million in the first year and has committed to keeping the centers open for 5 years. On Fridays, students can see a Planned Parenthood nurse or physician assistant in a modular clinic with an exam table, thick makeshift walls. Why were we making walls? I'm just asking you. I'm not assuming, but why were we trying to make walls in one of our wellness centers? You ask. Ask the person who's posting this, because I'm still waiting for an answer. And a white noise machine for privacy. The plan is to open 6 more clinics around LA County in the next year to reach the total of 50. Don't think LA is too far from us. Sacramento and your elective politicians up there have tons of bills on the table that would prevent this amazing staff and our teachers and everybody else in this Chino Valley Unified School District from doing the great things that they do for your children. We don't need clinics on our campuses. We never did and we never will. And I would hope we can all agree on that. Now, what I will say right now, right here, is an inflection point. It's an inflection point. You parents need to wake up, realize what's happening, join forces, support us for fighting back on this, and be aware of what's going on. This is the inflection point. There is no turning back. I would hope you link arms. I'm not making any of this up. You can look it up, reach out to me. I'll send you all the information. I'll send you the post that I've seen myself. But at some point, you need to say, I love Chino Valley Unified School District. I love its staff. I believe in them. I'm going to support them to continue to educate our kids, not medically do anything for them or allow anything for that. Enough is enough. I'm looking into some policy. I'm not playing games, because all this fun stuff that we talk about, that's what I want to focus on. And every day I can tell you, I see every single one of our board members up here and along with our staff working so very hard, sacrificing a lot to make sure our children have a great education. This stuff is noise. This stuff is roadblocks. At some point, everybody needs to join and say enough is enough.